Attention! This video was made to show women that there are still good men out there. And yes, I am one of those good men. This is what people think love looks like. This is what love actually looks like. Don't they look like the same thing? They definitely do in my book. Love is purely based off the heart. You can't control what you love, you can't control who you love, and in some circumstances, you can't control how you love. However, there are two common distinctions of love that people fail to realize. They are the feeling of being in love or just plain loving somebody. First things first, we're going to talk about being in love. Being in love with someone is uncontrollable. This drives people to do really crazy things. It can change people for the worse or possibly even the better. On the flip side, just loving someone can be taken away at any moment. I have some type of strong feeling for you. That's what just saying I love you means, or that, I have love for you. You can also show that you love someone from afar. Just different things like that in a strange relationship. Number 1, loving someone means just wanting them to do well. Being in love with someone means putting them first. The difference between this is, the sacrifices that you make for that person. When one person's going through a hard time, maybe putting yourself last or putting what you want to do last, so that person can feel special, just having that sacrifice just shows that you're really committed to that relationship and that you're really, in love with that person. Number 2, loving someone means needing them to be around you. Being in love with someone means you being happy wherever they are. The difference between this is, forcing yourself upon that person, forcing situations, forcing dates, trying to really control that person's whole environment to where you're suffocating them. But when you are in love with that person, you are able to let them be happy, because when you let them be happy, then y'all are able to, live in harmony, live in peace, tell them about your day. You can, come home and have that safe haven at home. You really want them to have a really full balanced life. Just spending time away from each other. So when it's time for y'all to come to each other, y'all can have, those extra conversations. Y'all can have those bonding moments where you learn more about that person. You get to know that person more, each and every day. Number 3, loving someone is a rush. Being in love with someone is a steady stream of emotion. Just loving someone is like a roller coaster. You have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And that drop is crazy. That drop can be the end of the relationship. That drop can be, it can show you if you really want to, still be with that person. But at the end of the day, when you're in love with the person, it's more steady. It's more, it's showing you yourself that you've already accepted that person for who they are. You love that person for, their downfalls, for, the good things, the bad things, everything in between. Number 4, loving someone is about how they make you feel. Being in love with someone is about how you make them feel. Just loving someone, is really about getting to know that person and how that person, makes you feel on the inside, how that person, treats you, how that person, cares about you. But being in love with someone, it's bigger than that. It's more about how you make the other person feel, how you meet the other person's needs. It's when the two become one, where your needs become his needs become your needs. Not that you guys are conforming to each other, but y'all are adapting to each other's situation and needs. It becomes one. 5, loving someone is about ownership. Being in love with someone is a partnership. Just loving someone, it can have a title. A boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, a husband, y'all just talking, or just those main titles that bring on obligations. But when you're in love with someone, it is a bond, it is a connection that cannot be broken. This is where people really get messed up on, is because they try to label and categorize things and create those little ownership titles to where, oh, I want you to call me this, or put our date in your bio, or put my name in your bio. When you start to say this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, where no, it's us, it's us, it's not yours, I'm not yours, we are one, I'm yours, you are mine, everything is one now, That's when you start to, be in love with someone instead of, just, I love you, And last but not least, 6. Loving someone is an uphill battle. Being in love with someone is effortless. Oftentimes, in arguments, you will often hear couples say, it should never be this hard, And they're 100% right. When couples get into arguments and they get to the point of they don't want to talk or they can't be around each other, that's the time when you should really look at your relationship and say, am I in love with this person? Is this person really making me happy to the point where I can see myself further with this person? Don't sit there and try to work it out if you're really not in love with that person, if you're really not there for that person. Instead, when you're in love with that person, it's effortless, It's when the bad times come, it's not what are we going to do to fix it, it's how can we grow from this situation? How can we better ourselves so this situation doesn't happen again? How can we learn? And that's where, true love comes from. Being in love and building that bond comes from. This is how you mend your relationships, not just with, your wife, your girlfriend, or your boyfriend. Those important, loved ones that really have an impact in your life that you can build from this. That's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys are really able now to tell the contextual differences between being in love with someone and just loving somebody. If this channel helps you in any way, inspires you, share this love and positivity with anyone who might need it. Subscribe to my channel for more positivity and love. So if there's any feedback or any comments you'd like to share with me, don't hesitate, leave them in the comment section, DM me, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. I'll put all that in the description section of the video. And that's all I have for y'all today. I'm OG, and remember to visualize your path so you can create your future. I'm Pete.
Love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. We always talk about, I have unconditional love. Unconditional love is, we don't even know it, because if a person stops stimulating us, we stop loving them. You're not interesting to talk to anymore. Goodbye. But that real love, that love that sometimes is difficult, difficult to have, that's that love. And that's a confidence builder.